Lastly, we were talking about the field relations which we saw in last video. But just to summarize, mutations help us to add new game, or let's say to delete games, what we know as mutation. Once you define your mutations, let's see what mutations we are going to define. We will be first calling a mutation called add, and then we will see another mutation that will delete the game. Before we define this, we have to find this mutation after the query. Create a type for mutation and find the schema for the mutation. So the first one which we have is called add game, which will basically gain some data which will accept a type of game, and it will return us the game object. And the next one we have is delete game action. Here it's not mutation, it's action. Now what we do is find these two methods. Now add game will accept something called game, which is of specific type which we don't have here. Let's say we don't want to define each review's platform, we just want to define a particular type. So what we do is, for that we have something called input, and here we define the type of it. Once we have added the game, it should done the added game. It's we add a game. So whenever we deal with that, what we do is we return right like this. In the ideal case, you will be returning it from the database, but here just for the demonstration purpose, we are doing like this. We will filter the db.game. For the add game, we have to provide the game back itself. We will db.game, then we will return the game. One thing which we are forgetting here, let's do a math.flow. Let's generate a random number which will be around 100. Once we have done this, now let's check this in Apollo server. So as you can see, we have two mutations. We will be using this as our game input. We will create our two mutation. Let's create another mutation for delete. So it will be a mutation, but it will accept variable of id, which is type of id. Just like how we did in review query, you can give it any, so it can be delete game. Here you have to define the mutation which you are actually insisting to use. Let's create the ad game. We have defined the platforms and the title. Now in the ad game, it tells what things you want to return from the response. So we want to return the platform and the review. As you can see, we have added the game and with the title of GTA 5 and the platform. Let's see with the other mutation which we have working game mutation. We have to write math.flow.math.write to 100 and then convert everything we have got into string. Let's try to run the function. Now let's try to delete the number 2. In the delete game, we have to filter the game.id not be equals to the argument id which we are passing, that is of equals to. As you can see, we have got the id of 1, 3, 4, 5, and the id of 2 has been valid. This is how you can add the game, delete the game, and you can query the game. So in the next video, we will talking about the updating the game